What's going on, guys? So a little bit different track work today. Not on my track personally. I'm going to Donzi's house. Donzi, if you don't know who he is, most people know who he is. Pretty big on YouTube, another local pit bike rider, really good, has a really big following, good friends with him. So I owe him some money for the t-shirts that he just did for us at the event. So I was talking to him the other night and he said, don't worry about the t-shirts, come groom my track instead. So I figured it was an even trade. He's about 15-20 minutes from me. Just got my skid steer loader on the trailer. Look how muddy it is from doing my track after the race. We got a lot of rain here. Waiting for my dad's truck. His truck will pull this a lot better than mine. I have a gasser, he has a diesel truck. And I'm gonna haul it over there and go over in the morning. I was just over at his place a little bit earlier. It definitely needs a little amp up the track. We're not gonna change much, just gonna tune it up and do like a before and after kind of thing. So let's see what we got. Here we go. Wednesday morning, the day before Thanksgiving, just got out to Donzi's. There's a skid steer, it's warming up. I just want to show you guys the track before I redo it. So he's got a freestyle ramp, which is pretty cool, and the track actually goes this way, so we're gonna have to go right next to the ramp. And it's definitely a little bit close, but I'm gonna make that landing a little bit taller and redo the track and go from there. So here's how it looks now. Jumps are all hittable. There's nothing crazy wrong. I just want to make them look a little better, knock some of the grass off. Can't really tell where I'm standing here, but a lot of the jumps get like U'd out in the middle from where the dirt bikes hit him so many times. He's got a nice little roller set over there that I'll go run over to. So yeah, here's the landing of the freestyle ramp. Here, if I come down from here, you can see where we're landing, like right in this U. Right into these sand rollers. They definitely need work. He's got his big double right there. I'm just gonna make it smooth before it so it's easier to make. And I might turn these into little tabletops or something. I kind of just go with the flow and whatever I feel like it should be sometimes, or whatever you plan on sometimes isn't what it always ends up being. So kind of whatever it comes out to be. This thing's awesome. Here's the first part I did. Basically, just flipped all the dirt up, back drug it, just so it looks good. Got rid of a lot of grass, and it's more of an even groove around the turn instead of like the hump here it was, and then the rut was up top. Got this little double next. here's a tip. If you're gonna redo a track with a machine, you need to get as much grass as you can off of it. If you're in the middle of the summer, weed whack it, lawn mow it, whatever you gotta do to get grass off of where you're working, because it is a pain. It gets in the dirt, and it's gonna have to get me to get out of the machine and pull these clumps out so I can form something pretty cool here. So anyway, try to get as much grass out or you're gonna be wrestling like I am right now. Just gotta smooth that out. I just did the freestyle landing. It's pretty steep. It's supposed to be steep, which means it's a smoother landing. Now all I have left is this, which is always a pain. My least favorite, but and they're the hardest to do in my opinion, which is whoops. Right now he has a couple of sand singles here, but gotta turn them into something. It'll be cool. Whew. All right, just finished up. Took me three and a half hours to do it. Gonna hop on the pit bike real quick, and first things first, I gotta hit this ramp. I hit it yesterday when the landing wasn't great, and now the landing's huge, so I really want to hit it today. So Donzie and I are gonna ride in a minute, and I'll go over the rest of the track and do a before and after. Don't case that thing. All right, here we go. Just finished up. We got the freestyle ramp behind me. We were just hitting this a ton. So much fun. I really want to get one. Let me think. Yeah, all done. Definitely a little tricky. You could see in some parts of the video where like I'm kind of like getting my day messed up, and it's like I'm like messing with grass and messing with mud, and they both suck in like two different ways. The mud, like you're spinning, you're sinking, and nothing forms. It just falls apart. And the grass is so clumpy that like nothing will form. And when you back drag the face, everything gets messed up. And they're both just really a pain. So anyway, let's stand on top of this and get a good look from above. So basically, just redid little doubles, resharpened the tabletop, made that little split there going into the woods. Really rolled out these rollers, put a nice face on that big double. Little option lane here, so you can jump over it from the inside, so you land his big double, jump over the inside or outside roller. Little tabletop, horseshoe turn, table, little table, roller, and double. Can't count out the freestyle ramp here and the landing. A lot bigger than it looks up here. I hope this video helped. If you're gonna rent a machine, I definitely suggest renting a skid steer on tracks, number one, so you can track in the jumps and you don't get stuck. Because if all that mud I was just spinning in, you would never be able to do your tires. Like, it would just be miserable and you'd probably get stuck. And number two, I suggest the hand controls. If you can get one with foot controls, they're definitely a pain and a little bit harder to work with. I've done it before. I don't really think they're very fun, but throw it out there. If anyone needs a track built, let me know. Shoot me an email, nickjanusa@gmail.com. I built a few locally. This is probably like, I can't really say, I definitely didn't build this track. I can't take credit for building it. I just tuned it up. But I built a couple of pit bike tracks from scratch. But shoot me an email if you're interested. I'm gonna head back to Donzie's shop now and get out of here and take my skid steer out of here later. Thanks, guys.